Hi, my name is Venus, aka X638, aka a working dog if we go by gaming nicknames. Ever since I made this YouTube channel, it wasn't anything more than what the name implies. I just wanted to be creative. I just wanted to feel this absolute craving, this hole in my chest to create. But of course, there was always a but. But I don't have a vision, but I don't have a banner, but I don't have a form of content made that will generate engagement and fuck. But I don't have a fucking teleprompter. I'm just reading off my fucking Google Notes. And that's okay, man. That's okay. Fuck, like, imagine my absolute disbelief when I look myself in the mirror, just actually thinking like this. Like, actually thinking and creating out of thin air reasons to not upload something to the internet. People actually just upload whatever the fuck they want, and why couldn't I? Ugh. I was actually just so burdened by the little to no knowledge about media engagement in general, but that little amount of knowledge was just enough to make my anxiety go way up and my upload amount way down to literally fucking zero. My mind was running wild with excuses. Nothing but goddamn excuses. And well, after reading The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, it's in Spanish because I'm a Spanish speaker, everything kind of changed. Amazing book, life changing. Actually, one of the best books I've ever read in my goddamn life. And if you're watching this video, it's because you care in any way about creation and creativity, and you're wondering how it can change your life too. Well, I'm sorry to say that you are just going to have to believe me in this one and read it for yourself. And I'm not the only one that thinks this way. The author herself thinks like this. She says in the final part that the only way to experience the effects of this book is by living it yourself. Not only because it's a 12-week programs, so you can't, like read really fucking fast and then just apply the knowledge in your daily life. No, like you have to actively experience this program, this book. Because as you read the book, as time goes on and your perceptions about yourself start to change, but also it's because, as she put it many times around the book, creativeness is nothing but energy, pure energy, and every person's energy is different. So quite literally, every person experience reading this book will be different, so me explaining it to you doesn't really mean anything in reality. So yeah, please read it. This is an old ass book. You can get it in Internet Archive. You can get it in many languages. You don't have to pay it. I do recommend, if you can, to print it because it's just easier to. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's quite easier to experience the book by using a highlighter and post-it notes and all of that. But please read it, please. And well, this video is a way for me to keep myself accounted for my own promises. Even if a little cheesy, I will put myself in the condition of uploading minimum one video every week. Be that about my life or about my creative interests and different topics that I like, about personal interest, or even, about the artist's way. And obviously, some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way when reading this book. Are you interested? Yeah, I know you're fucking interested. So, yeah. Where I wanted to get with all of this is that excuses are nothing but fear. Fear in failing, in being criticized, in running out of time, or even worse, fear that they are not good enough. We put up this wall in order to protect ourselves of the reality that maybe we aren't what we expected ourselves to be. But I just wanted to say, fuck that. You are good enough for the things that are at your reach. These things that were taught to you over the years, right? Experience is what molds us at the end of the day, makes us what we are. If you feel that you're not good enough in something, I want you, even if this is a bit weird or strange, to embrace that feeling. That really embrace it. With open arms, please embrace your weakness. That's one of the main things I wanted to say with this video. Call it ego death, or call it nihilism, or call it whatever you want, but by protecting your ass from the pains of reality, you will never see the day to see the world with your own eyes. There is nothing wrong with not knowing. The bad thing here is never giving the time and energy to learn that because you're scared of the fact of your own weakness. It's like, imagine I was a baby, and as a baby, I were learning how to walk slowly but surely. And when it comes my time to run, I just saw a video of Usain Bolt and said to myself, we will never know if I'm faster or slower than him because I'm never going to run. Walking is just fine for me. And even though I know I can run if I tried, I don't want to because that protects me from the horrors of reality. And that's a bit dramatic, but I think it gets my point across. Like, I'm actually just taking experiences of myself by protecting myself of reality. You will run into bumps along the way. You will slam your face in the ground, but keep on running. Not because nobody told you to run, but because deep within you, there's this weird feeling that's telling you to run, that is fucking begging you to run. If you don't listen to this voice, you will regret it later. For sure you will. And yeah, this is one of the many things that I will be talking about in this channel from now on, every week, hopefully. Yeah, it's going to be every week. I swear to that. I really, really swear to that. Things that I learn both from this amazing book and from personal experience, but in mostly the book. The book was a big help in these last few months. Even if you don't want to live off any creative field, that's fine. Like, we don't have to turn every hobby into a money machine. So yeah, just do it because you feel it. Right now in the corner, I will hold myself to this. I will have my first video of the year uploaded, and it's about 3 things that I learned in the other's way that are not main topics, but are just little run of things that the book throws at yourself every so often. And yeah, I just wanted to really talk about about these things because you can really just look them over because they are not anything important really, but in perspective it's very important and something that I feel should be in more of a spotlight. And yeah, this is being recorded on the 31st of December. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you want. There I upload more miscellaneous things, also in my native language for the most part. Sometimes in English, sometimes in Spanish, sometimes in French. And if you are into that kind of content, yeah, it's more random stuff in different languages because that's just something that I enjoy. And well, without further ado, thank you for watching. Thank you very much. And remember, there's always an excuse to create. See you all next time.